But when we talk about trust, which is our topic for the moment, and the idea of becoming more trustworthy, what we want to ask ourselves is, where do I stack up in each of these areas? Now, there are going to be some people who are deeply believable and maybe really super connected, and they want to grow in other areas, and that's fine. I can't only trust you to do the work just because I connect well with you. At the end of the day, you have to be able to do your job and know what you're doing, right? Otherwise, there's nothing to hold on to. But it's a picture. It's like a blend, a mosaic of different pieces that all intertwine. Now, oftentimes you might just say, I just trust that person. But as you think about the question of why you trust that person, and we go back to the answers we heard before, one of them, for example, talked about keeping confidences. Does anyone know where that is? It's right there in Believable. Okay. Somebody talked about having their kids returned to them in one piece. Which one would that be? It may be dependable. What else could it be potentially? Maybe able, right? Maybe a combination between the two. So different people chose to base their trust on different core behaviors, competencies, things like that. There's no single form of trust. But let me ask you this question, because you guys have it as a value, you must value it. You need to think about trustworthiness because it's really the foundation of almost everything. There's a former spiritual leader, not of the Jewish faith, who has since become a very widely respected leadership expert. His name is John C. Maxwell. You may be familiar with the name. He says as follows: if I believe in the leader, as in I support the leader as a person, and I support his or her agenda, right, the thing that they are putting out into the ether for us to sort of accept and process, then it's a no-brainer you get behind that leader. If I don't support the leader, and I don't support his or her message, agenda, then it's obvious you need a new leader. Are you with me so far? Here's where it gets interesting. What if I support the leader, but not what she's proposing, or the opposite? I support what she's proposing, but I don't support her. Now what happens? So he says the following: if you support the leader, but you don't support the vision, get another vision. But if you support the vision, but not the leader, get another leader. Because we cannot separate the leader from the agenda. Think about politics for a second. Most people don't care what the Republican president or the Democratic president are actually, proposing. It's once I see who's saying it, that's it, right? Either I'm on their side or I'm not on their side, and then all sorts of things happen in the world in which we live today. We look at everything through the vantage point of the speaker to a large degree. So if you want whoever you are servicing to believe what you're saying, to work with you, to really give you their all, because you're trying to do the same for them, trust is a foundational component of that. And the more that you can work towards building how much trust people have in you because of your capacity in each of these areas, the likelier it is that when, God forbid, they have something important to hold on to and they have to look for the one person that they could trust, they would turn to you because you've demonstrated so much trust with them.